They say you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna...
This is CryptoTube. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about Crypto.com. We're going to take a look at this ecosystem today and see what they're providing and how they're onboarding a lot of users into cryptocurrency. If you like the content in today's video, then do me a favor and subscribe. So Crypto.com, formerly Monaco, a Hong Kong based project. These are trying to onboard as many users into cryptocurrency as possible by making a suite of features that are very user friendly, and they have an application, a mobile application where you actually use the full suite of instruments available on iOS and Android, as you would expect. They spent millions of dollars on the rebrand to Crypto.com, and they do have a legitimate partnership with Visa, which is excellent. They have these Visa prepaid cards, and you are able to then use and spend your cryptocurrency like you would any fiat currency. So the lack of differentiation from using your standard debit card is what's going to drive that adoption. These cards are also metal, which makes them seem a bit more prestigious and like, you know, you're part of the crypto club if you've got one of these. And I think it's just a good way of onboarding lots of users into cryptocurrency. So I think this is going to be a major player in terms of gaining mass adoption for cryptos. One thing to mention with this, they've got two of their own coins, two of their utility coins. So they got MCO, which was Monaco. And this is a coin that actually allows you to gain the benefits of the Visa cards. The more MCO that you hold, the greater the rewards that you can get. It has a maximum supply of 31.5 million coins. One thing to note with that, probably 70%, roughly 70% of the total coins are held by the team, their advisors, and for reserve funds. So in terms of circulating supply, not many of the coins are actually held by end users really. And then they have the CRO, which is Crypto.com coin. That has a 100 billion supply, and it acts as an intermediary for cryptocurrency and fiat currency settlements within their ecosystem. You will also notice there's an affiliate link down below. So if you sign up to Crypto.com and you deposit 50 MCO and start staking those, which essentially means just holding those 50 MCO on your account, by using the referral link, it means you will gain an extra $50 worth of MCO, and I will gain $50 worth of MCO as well if you do that. So there's some incentives to actually affiliate market this as well, but it benefits both of us. So if you could do that, it would help me out, help the channel out, and obviously help yourself out too. So these are the suite of applications they have. So they have built an exchange, deep liquidity, low fees, best execution prices. There's the UI there. We'll have a look at the exchange in a second. They've got the app, which is where the whole ecosystem is actually displayed. You can see the UI here. 45 plus coins, true cost, no fees, no markups. So they're saying that they're a low cost, low fee trading platform. Then we have those Visa cards. You can see the different colors. They've kind of gamified the different tiers of cards. So the more MCO you have, you change color from blue going up these levels, eventually to black, and you get cash back on all purchases using the cards. They have an earn program, so essentially earning interest, like a staking interest on some of these big tier cryptocurrencies. Again, the more MCO that you have on hand and staked, the greater the interest rate you can accrue as well. And then they have credit, so you can get credit on your collateral, and this is at a 50% loan to value rate. So if you had $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, you could free $5,000 worth up as a loan, and I think that helps with tax implications, certainly does here in the UK. And then you can pay for things like services. You could kind of use your app as a as a merchant as well. So if you wanted to accept payments through the app, you can do that. There's QR code scanners. You can buy vouchers on there as well for big stores and things. And they've also got this automated quant trading feature. Not something I'm particularly fond of, but again, that full suite of financial instruments that you could use. So one thing to highlight here is they have an extensive team and advisory board. If you just go through the people on here, you'll see that they are into fintech companies. They're part of big corporations. Worked for growth technology companies such as eBay as CTO. So like big named individuals are involved with this one. It's not a joke team whatsoever. And then this is their main team. And you can read up on these guys and understand where they come from and how they've able to gain, for example, that Visa partnership. They're really good businessmen and women on here. So a big team with big ambitions. Now, some of the questions I posed before looking into this were things like, do they keep our funds in cold storage? Are we insured by using this? Because if I want to put all of my crypto on here and gain like an 8% per annum interest rate, am I doing a silly thing by doing that? Because obviously you're not the custodian of your funds when you send them to a third party. And I did stumble across this security page, which does help with some of those answers. So we talk about their philosophy. Obviously, they're going to say that they want to be very secure. They have controls at each layer of their systems to strengthen their overall security posture and invest heavily in ongoing security and privacy awareness training for all staff company-wide. Within the team section, you'll notice some of the people specifically working on security. And they believe everyone has a role to play in security. So from managing and mitigating risks in all aspects such as people, processes, and technologies that they use. And then they have their information on cold storage. So they say that 100% of users' cryptos are held offline in cold storage. So when we lock our crypto up, it should be in a cold storage on a ledger, because it says they have a strategic partnership with Ledger. So these are really good things, and they were tick boxes that alleviated some of the issues that I had with this initially. It also says it secured cumulative cold storage insurance covering up to $250 million to safeguard against theft or direct loss. And then for hot wallets, all funds held in hot wallets are corporate funds, and they leverage multi-sig key generations amongst other things. So these are the hot wallet funds will be used for the daily withdrawal requests from customers, but it sounds like the vast majority of crypto kept in cold storage. And then it says it keeps fiat currency of customers in custodian bank accounts that are secured and regulated. If you're a US resident, your USD balances are covered by an insurance of up to $250,000. And you retain ownership of the currencies in your accounts, i.e. your fiat could not be claimed by Crypto.com or its creditors if it were to be wrapped up in any way, shape or form. So they talk about security layers and things. It did serve as a good, it took away some of the stress that I was thinking about. If I want to put in, say, $5,000 worth of link and stake that on here, I want to know that it's going to be secure. I want to make sure I'm not doing something stupid. No company is too big to fail, remember, but there are insurances in place. It mentions about US users. I'm a UK user, so I'm not 100% sure what my rights would be. That's something I want to look into further. But they do answer some of those basic questions and issues that I had. In terms of their internal controls, they have deposit checks, withdrawal controls, like they're looking out for suspicious transaction activity. And it says it leverages industry-leading fraud and anti-money laundering partnerships to provide risk management. In terms of your security, you do have to complete a KYC to use the application, photo ID, selfie. Then you can use the app. It says it'll take a few days to verify. It took me about 1 hour. Then I had the verification email and I was good to go with the app. And we'll dive into the app in a minute. Those Visa cards then, So the black one being the main one. They've got a comparison down here so we can see the difference between these cards. Obsidian Black being the top one. And there's a little video on there as well if you want to check that out. So the blue one's a plastic card. All others are metal. Plastic card is free to gain. You'll see that if you toggle this across, so this is if you're staking these required amounts of MCO coins. Now 50 MCO is around $200, 500 is around 2,000, 20,000, $200,000 roughly in cost at this moment in time. Toggle across. If you don't want to stake those amounts, you get less features. So I'm guessing most people would go for 50 or possibly the 500 MCO reward tiers. So for a 50 tier, you're going to get 2% back on all spending using that card. So if I went to the shop, spent £100, I'd get 2% back in MCO rewards. So I'll get $2 or £2 back in MCO. And as you go up the tiers, the percentage increases, but it's nice to get cash back from using your card. My standard Visa does not do this for me. Then you can get Spotify covered by this. It says 100% Spotify covered. We'll look at the small print in a second. And as we move up the tiers, you get more benefits. You can get your Netflix covered. They've really honed in on things that many of us do have as direct debits, because this is going to get us to get involved, because probably most of us do have Spotify, Netflix, and Amazon Prime. So as you move up, you get more and more benefits. Expedia, you get Airbnb discounts for these bigger cards. You can also withdraw quite a lot of money from ATMs. So it's free up to $400 on the 50 MCO staked per month, and then a 2% charge thereafter. And then down here says that these offers launched by Crypto.com are independent. They're not a partnership between the site and the merchants. So they're just, it's at their discretion, and they're providing these benefits for us because they're clever in terms of their marketing. They know these are things that we want to have. So Spotify, it will cover you or reimburse you for $9.99 in USD. In the UK, Spotify is slightly more expensive. It's £9.99 British pounds. Think around 20% greater in price. Netflix, however, $12.99 equivalent, is actually cheaper in the UK. Expedia, up to $50 equivalent. Amazon Prime, up to $12.99 equivalent. Airbnb, up to $100 equivalent. So always check the small print, but good features nonetheless. If you're not getting cash back on your debit cards, for example, most banks will offer some reward schemes. Personally, the one I use through Barclays has some rewards. It's called the Blue Reward System, but you don't get as much as this. You get a few quid off a month from various things, but there's a lot of direct debits you got to set up for that. So these are good rewards, to be fair to them. I admire what they're doing. It's getting people to lock up the MCO coin, and they have control of a lot of that MCO supply. Therefore, it's in their interest to boost the price of MCO. So makes sense. And as we are fairly early with Crypto.com, and as they onboard more people, the price or cost of getting these tiers may well go up. At this moment in time, the market's taking a bit of a nosedive. So I'm looking for a good opportunity to get involved with this. At $2,000, I'm not so keen. But for example, if it goes down to $1,000 or sub $1,000, then yeah, I'd probably be keen to go in with that. I'm sure I'll be able to save these amounts over the next coming years by using the coin, using the card. Also within this, rebates of the purchases will be allotted to card holders with MCO tokens locked at the respective tier. An ongoing MCO token lockup is required. So for example, if you are on the 500 MCO tier, you must have 500 MCO on your app at all times. And then the rebate is in MCO coins, so they're just confirming that within this. This is their exchange. If we look at market pairs, once this reloads, not a huge number of projects on here, but pretty much good ones are on here. They got a link on here at the start of this month. You can trade in BTC, the CRO coin, or USDT. Plenty of markets on there. You've got the chart supplied by TradingView, so you can plot all your various indicators on there. But it looks kind of like Bittrex, doesn't it? But yeah, a nice looking exchange. So if we just go over to the app. So this is the app live on my phone. So click on, this is the home screen. And through this, you can then go to all the various instruments they have on there. But you can see a bit more detail about what's going on. If you press the icon button down the bottom, the big blue one, if I click that, these are the features. So you've got 8 areas to kind of play with within the app. You've got wallets, you've got your fiat wallet as well, where you can add your debit or credit card and then onboard your fiat into crypto easily. So those top 2 are pretty self-explanatory, easy to use. Then you've got card. If I click on card, you can compare the reward systems. For the green one, which was one of the 500 tier, you must purchase MCO and hold it for 6 months. You've got to accept their T's and C's and submit your proof of address. So like you would when taking out a credit card, they want to know some specifics about you, which does, obviously some people don't want anyone to know anything about them. They think cryptos totally should be private. If you're going to be using a Visa card like this, you're going to expect to actually have to put some of these details in. Click continue. So hold your 500 MCO for 180 days lockup period. View or change. You can then flick between the different cards and see what additional benefits they supply to you. So that's pretty easy to use. If we press the icon button again down the bottom, go to credit, and here you can get more detailed information on the loans that you can take out. Again, toggle that button for 50 or less MCO, or if you're going to take out a 500 or more MCO, you get different APR rates. So you'd have to pay back 8% APR on your loans, or 12% on if you've got 50 or less. If we just go back again, go to the earn section. And here we again toggle this depending on the number of coins that we have. So for me, I'll probably start off with the 50. If I want to stake my Link or Tezos, I can get 4% per annum. DAI at 10%, that's really good. TrueSD at 10%. And I believe that Crypto.com coin is the highest for all of these. So 16%. Or if you toggle that, and you want to stake 500 MCO, you can get 18% on Crypto.com interest rate. So pretty damn high. Then we got track, so you can track your favorite currencies on here. If I click the bell icon, I've got one set up for £5,800 for BTC price. And then we've got pay. So on here you can scan and send your money to friends. You can click on gift cards, and I can get gift cards on some local shops to me and things. So you can easily use your crypto for these various things. So that's pretty much how it works. They've also implemented this, see the recycle button top right, click on that, and you can convert small balances of dust to MCO or CRO. So that's pretty much the app. I will be onboarding some currency soon. I'm just waiting for a good price of the MCO coin. It seems to be going down at the moment, so I'm not going to rush into anything. But when I do, I will provide an update. But hopefully that was a good little intro to Crypto.com for you. Let me know if you like it. Make sure you subscribe. My referral link is below. If you want to use that, it will help both of us out, which would be great. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.